Assalamu alaikum. My name is Yasir and you are watching Explore with YBN. Nabil is joining me today. He's a student of Nbcc. He moved from Saudi to St. John last year in September and he started the course at Nbcc. And he's joining us today and we're going to talk him and we're going to ask him a detailed question about the process of admission in Nbcc because I got a lot of inquiries and a lot of questions. Hi Nabil, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How about you?
Good, alhamdulillah. So, a lot of questions I received from. Can you please go through all the process of visa process and the admission process in Nbcc? This is 1 year course, so and it's a quickest and the fastest process to get the PR. These guys going to apply for the PR. They are just completing 1 year studies and before completing 1 year studies, they're gonna apply for the PR. So
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I arrived to Canada in August 2021 and I arrived from Saudi Arabia. Well, I'm from India, but I was working in Saudi Arabia. I came here as a student at New Brunswick Community College and I took a postgraduate certificate course here, International Business Management. So let me tell you how I applied for Nbcc and how I secured my visa. I started my visa process with the lockdown. When the world was going in lockdown and at home, like, you have nothing to do. I found Nbcc by a lot of research. I researched colleges in Ontario, British Columbia, New Brunswick Community College. Along with the education, I researched PR prospects too, like which has the easiest. So I found out that Nbcc is one of the cheapest college and with quality education, as well as it's in New Brunswick, which has many emerging immigration programs nowadays because a lot of people move to Toronto or Vancouver and the permanent residence program there, it's tough because there's a lot of competition there. I found a consultant in Canada based in Ontario through whom I applied for my admission. He's Canadian, he's local Canadian based. And
can I ask you a question
yeah.
here? How much did he charge for you for the whole process?
Yeah, when I started applying in 2019, around March, April 2019. And at that time, he charged me $500 for his fees, plus whatever the application fees you have to give extra. His personal fees was $500.
500 Canadian dollars.
Yes, but now his fees has increased.
Wow.
Yeah, because there's a lot of demand going on. So he applied on behalf, he collected my documents, he had a couple of interviews with me, and he doesn't charge for consultancy. Like, okay. First time for interview, once he starts the process, he charges for the process, not for your meeting. He does a free meeting with you. So I provided him with all the documents, fees. First thing, if you want to come as a student, you have to apply, you have to attend Ielts exam. That's the first thing. After you apply for Ielts, then think of applying to a colleges. So first thing is you need to give Ielts, and I applied for Ielts and I secured 7. And the minimum requirement is around, if you score 6.5. I'm not sure about Nbcc, it's around 6.5. All the details you can find on the Nbcc website. After that, I applied for Nbcc program, and by going through the program, I found there are programs in IT as well as business. So I chose postgraduate international business management program. And after applying, the response from Nbcc is within 6 weeks. So after you apply to Nbcc, their application opens on June 1st for the following September intake. And nowadays the competition has increased and you have to apply fast, because recently, since couple of years, there are a lot of students who want to come to NBCC, and the seats are getting full within couple of months, and a lot of people get into waiting. So if you are planning to come to NBCC, you have to plan a year in advance. So yeah, I got my admission letter within 6 weeks. Yeah, after I got my admission letter, I started preparing my visa documentation. That was also guided by my consultant. He just used to tell me that these are the documents you need to prepare. So I used to prepare like employment letter, experience letter, and education, Ielts, bachelor's degree, all the basic requirements. After all, also one of the important thing is your bank statement. Like you should show funds that you can support yourself. After applying for visa, it took me around 3 to 4 months to get a response from Canadian visa department, and after 2-3 months my visa was refused.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So
the first attempt.
Yeah, this was my first visa
Okay.
attempt. My visa was refused, and the reasons for refusal was generally you will find that we could not find ties to your home country, and this was one of the reasons. So when they refuse your visa, they gave you a general statement. To find the detailed reason for refusal, you need to apply for GCMS notes.
Okay.
I too didn't know about it, but my consultant said that this is the way you can apply, and you find the specific reason according to your profile why they refused you. So we applied for it, and it took 28 more days to approximately a month to get response. And some of the rejections were because of my previous weak education history. They said that we could not find ties to your home country. When I got my visa rejection, I discussed with my consultant, and he was like, you can file a case and all. He was going into detail thing, but I didn't have time. I had to arrive by September, and I just had my visa refusal I got in June, May. I think by May, but my classes was starting in September, so I had to do something. So after a deep thought, I thought, let me reapply now, because now if I ask my consultant to apply, he will charge again. So that I know like what are the things I have to do. So I replied by myself. This time what I did, I wrote a letter of statement in which I indicated and clarified the reasons of rejection. Whatever the notes, they sent me the GCMS notes, the reasons for rejection, I directed towards it. I responded to that, I clarified that, and wrote back and applied for visa again. And Alhamdulillah, this time I got visa acceptance, and I was prepared to come to Canada.
Right, that was very interesting story. So how many semesters are there in your course? We know that it's a 1-year program. So, but how many semesters, and how do you manage your day-to-day studies with your part-time job as well?
Yes, my program, it's International Business Management program. It's a 1-year program, which has 2 semesters. Actually, it's 8 months program, to be precise. It has 2 semesters. 1 semester is of 4 months. So semester starts from September to December, and second it's from January to April. And my courses, you have optional internship too. If you find some internship, you can extend your course to till 10 months. So, and my classes, first semester till December, it was on campus, and we had great exposure for the first time who comes to Canada. So it was really interesting, but due to restrictions from in the second
COVID.
semester. Yeah, COVID restrictions. We had online classes, January and February, these 2 months. But now, hopefully, from next week, we'll get back to on campus. So that's good. So our classes, my classes generally, it starts in 8:30 in the morning, and it is from Monday to Friday, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays it's from 8:30 to 3:30, and other days it's from 8:30 to 12:30. And yeah, and sometimes it changes, but usually this is the routine.
So after how many weeks you have the exams or assignments? Like assignments every week or project?
Yeah, this is the thing, and here the education system is like you have to study every day. It's not every week, it's like every day. Every day you get something. Either you get assignment, either you have quiz, either you have some case studies, either you have some other readings or projects. So it's like every class, after every class you have some activity that you need to do every day. There's participation marks, there's marks for project, there's marks for quizzes. It's like consistent studies, and you have to like focus consistently.
Students are allowed to work part-time job for 20 hours per week.
Yeah,
So like a lot of people they just want to know about what kind of jobs and part-time jobs are available for the students.
okay, so regarding part-time jobs, yeah, international students are supposed to do just 20 hours per week by law. And initially when I arrived here, I was not looking for, suddenly started looking for part-time job. I was just getting familiarized with the environment, the culture, to know about how things are. So it's not like I didn't start looking for part-time job from the first day. I wanted to get to know the place. So after 1.5 months, I started applying for part-time jobs. The part-time jobs here, what I found till now is, before I arrived here, that I heard, like I also used to watch videos and read reviews before coming here. I had an impression that it's little difficult for students to get part-time job. But when I arrived here, I saw that it's students, I think they can easily find part-time job. It could be that you don't find a job of your choice because you're a student. So most of the common jobs the students get is like a cashier in the superstore like Walmart or Costco, big stores, or any small store you can get a cashier job, or a customer service associate, or warehouse associate, or sales. You can get jobs in sales too. If you have that personality, you can get a part-time job in sales too. I think part-time jobs are available. It's just the choices. You don't have much choices. You have to do what you get. I started applying online. The more in Indeed website, you can regularly check Indeed website. And secondly, yeah, that was the main thing. My first job I got was in Indeed website as a Ielts invigilator. Luckily I got that. Otherwise it's difficult to get that kind of job. So it's like once a month. So one Saturday a month I have that job. I sometimes do Instacart delivery driving. So for students you can earn part-time with that too. Recently, couple of weeks ago, I got a job in a nursing home. So as a helper. So that too, like I didn't get suddenly. I applied to some places, and you won't get response too soon. You have maybe after a month, after a week, couple of weeks.
A very interesting discussion is going on, and he's giving us all kind of information. Recently I heard that you guys are planning to apply for PR, permanent residency. That was very shocking for me as well when I heard, because they still didn't complete 1 year of education. They're still doing it, and they are going to apply for PR. Tell me about this PR process.
Yeah, so one of the main thing about permanent residence is there are various immigration programs in Canada. Every province has different programs. So in New Brunswick, now there are many not specifically New Brunswick, in Atlantic Canada. There are many new immigration programs which helps newcomers and students for permanent residence. So recently introduced program of New Brunswick is about student PR program. Even I didn't know about it. I came to know when I arrived here. But before arriving, I knew that there are many good programs in New Brunswick, which makes easier for the PR. But when I started my course, I came across that there is a program for students. Those students who are about to finish their course, they can apply for Provincial Nominee program. This is a provincial program by New Brunswick government. Those students who are studying in a college in New Brunswick, 3 months before, they are eligible to apply for a program, permanent residence program to New Brunswick government, provincial government. So when you apply for this program, it's like you can apply before 3 months of finishing the course, and within 6 months after finishing the course. Within 6 months after finishing the course, you will get the details in the New Brunswick immigration website, the requirements and conditions, but these are the general conditions. So it's a recently introduced program, I believe like a year or couple of years, I'm not sure. So this program is very beneficial for students. So just like me, I'm about to finish a year course. My documents are almost prepared, so after a month or month and a half, I'll apply for this program. So it may take some time, maybe 6 to 8 months for this process. But yes, it's a early opportunity for permanent residence for the students in New Brunswick. And simultaneously, this is one of the program. There are many others many different immigration programs. So it's not like one or two. There are 5 to 6 different programs for different category of people, different category of occupation or different background, to see how one fits in.
What is your plan after 1 year of course? What's your plan?
Yeah, my plan right now, I'll finish my course, and my plan is to go for a second year course. So I applied for second year course in technology, because nowadays, in world, technology is getting integrated into everything. So it's important to learn some technical skills too. So I thought I applied for second year's technical course. It's like business analysis. It's related to IT and business. It's a combination. So I thought I'm doing international business management, so doing this second technological course would be a good combination. And second benefit will be like, when a student comes to Canada, if he does a 1 year course, he gets a postgraduate work permit for 1 year. And if he does a 2 years course, he gets a postgraduate work permit for 3 years. So that's also one of the benefits. So you can get a postgraduate work permit for 3 years, and simultaneously you can work on your PR by gaining some experience.
I heard that you moving to Fredericton or Moncton. So what
Yeah,
is the story behind it?
Yeah, my second course was, it's not available in St. John, unfortunately. And I had applied for Moncton. And usually when you apply for New Brunswick Community College application program, you get 2 choices, first preference and second preference. My first preference was Moncton, and my second preference was Fredericton. I didn't have course in St. John, otherwise that St. John would have been the first preference. But yeah, so recently I got an acceptance, and I got an acceptance in Fredericton, and I got a waiting list in Moncton.
What is the reason?
Yeah, because though...
But your first preference was Moncton?
Moncton. My first preference was
Okay.
Moncton, and my second preference was Fredericton.
Was it the late submission?
Not late submission. I had applied just within 1 month after opening of application. Still, so this says that there's a lot of people who are applying. So if you really want to apply and don't want to delay your admission, it's best to apply the same day or the next day or the same week of opening of applications.
What is the total cost of this 1 year program in Nbcc?
Yeah, the fees at Nbcc, actually, if you see Nbcc, it's like one of the cheapest colleges you can find in Canada. Not the cheapest, but one of the cheapest. And it's The fees for my program is approximately 11,000. To be precise, it's 10,750. So approximately 11,000 you can say. And usually if you go to Ontario or British Columbia or any other cities, the average fee for similar program would be around 18 to 19,000 Canadian dollars. Also, the cost of living in New Brunswick is comparably low. So I think as a student, this would be a good start from New Brunswick.
Okay. So a very quick question. What is the procedure to get a driving license for a student?
Yeah, for a student, I think driving license is similar for everyone, be it student or everyone. And it's a really simple process. If you have a driving license in your country, then actually there is two stages here for the driving license. One is written test and one is road test. So written test is online. You can sit at home, open the website, register for the test, pay it, and the fees is around $25 for the test. You give online test, you clear it, like there are 20 questions, you have to clear 16 questions. If you clear it, that's it. That's the first thing. Then second thing, step, if you clear it, you'll get an email. Then after 4 days, you go to driving service New Brunswick. That's a government office here where you go for all the government related work. You give an eye vision test. That's just it can be done in 5 minutes. After that, you book a appointment for road test. So from this, after eye vision, there are two stages. If you have a driving license of your country, you can give the road test as soon after. But if you are getting license for the first time, you'll get a learner's license after your vision test, and after 8 months of holding that learner license, you will be eligible to apply for road test. And you can, before having the road test, if you have your country's license, you have to submit that, surrender your country's license, and that's it.
Okay, Nabil, you shared very useful information with our viewers, and really going to help a lot of people who are looking to get admission in Nbcc. Guys, if you have any other question, you can definitely ask. And thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for giving us a lot of information.
You're welcome. Thank you.